So is Dom just running, like, distractions? Like, is he just keeping him busy so that he doesn't realize his load's getting lighter? Because, I'm gonna be honest, the moment this thing detaches, the driver's gonna notice. I can feel it when stuff in my trailer falls over, okay? There's no way I'm not gonna notice a whole trailer being detached, because suddenly, accelerating is gonna be a lot easier.
Liquid gold.
I've got a problem with that, or my medicine. So, for those of you that don't know, maybe that... Hold on. Let me go back before I make this comment. Okay, so this looks very much like an air hose. The way, in the US, at the very least, the way brakes work on trailers that you attach to commercial tractors and all that sort of stuff, the brakes are actuated, or their position is changed using air pressure fed into them by whatever vehicle is pulling the trailer. So the dude's truck at the front of this has a compressor that's putting air through lines that's pushing the brakes out so that they don't clamp down. Because the way parking brakes work on commercial vehicles is that you take air out of the system so that they close, and so that springs are holding them together, because holding them together with air is not safe because they can leak and then things start to move, and that's obviously can be very dangerous. With trailers, it's the same thing where the brakes are held together normally when they're parked, then you hook up to them, you put air in them, and then the brakes get pushed apart with the air pressure getting put in there, and then you can pull them and move them just fine. And then you've got service brakes that are activated when the service system is activated when you hit the brake pedal, and then it closes the brakes again. The reason why I'm explaining all this is because if you disconnect a trailer by force like this from a combination vehicle, the air is going to leave the brakes, and then the brakes are just going to slam shut. So what should happen is when they disconnect this fuel trailer, the wheel should just stop rotating, essentially, and will just light up, and the brakes will probably catch fire or something, because that's just ridiculous. So in other words, Han shouldn't really be able to pull it. We're only 4 minutes and 38 seconds into the movie. What is she spraying it with? Liquid nitrogen? Or liquid helium? Which is harder to get? Liquid helium is colder, isn't it? Or am I forgetting something really obvious? That it could spray something with to freeze it. All that swerving, everybody's dead. I'm sorry. Everybody is dead.
I dream about cheese. You feel it? I feel it. Cheese.
I don't even know. You want to rob a fucking airbase? Why? What are you gonna get from there? More fuel? Like jet fuel? Like if you're just... I don't know.
The cops just raided our garage in Baracoa.
Your garage? Like you've got a base of operations with more cars? I mean, that was a lot of money you just handed to those guys, right? Actually, I don't know. Depending on the currency. I remember when we moved to South Africa, and suddenly it was like, oh, I have $1,000, but it's like 1,000 rand or something, I don't know. Why was she screaming? I love how Brian is like, getting out and he's like admiring it. That's how I remember this, let's see.
All I can do is get you in the race. That's all I can do.
What race?
Oh, so he's not admiring it, he's just looking at it like, okay, so this clearly isn't legal, because it's in 2009, and there's no way he has this here. How did they get that car for the movie? Because they rent cars, right? Was there a company importing S15s legally at the time? Because Motorex by this point was gone. It was Kaizo cars with all the R34s.
What you looking at, nutsack?
He strikes me as the guy you meet who says he's country, but just comes from a lot of money and just kind of buys a lot of country shit.
I don't know, you tell me.
Oh, the Ricer wants what Dwight's got. See, but, ladies, Dwight's already on the team.
Everyone who talks about themselves in the third person, I'm not saying they deserve to die, but if I was writing a book where there's a character that talks about himself in the third person, they would probably die very quickly. I would be annoyed by my own character.
You want to Fox guys, Blondie?
Yeah.
Blondie. He got called Blondie a couple times in Too Fast, Too Furious, didn't he? By the muscle car guys for the relay race. It's weird. He doesn't even look that blonde to me in this. His hair is actually really dark. He doesn't look blonde to me at all.
You like a pump? You too, pump?
They're not actually impressed with him, right? Like, like, this guy is a fucking loser. I'm just saying, they're all getting loaded onto that semi. The auto carrier that they've got there. Are they going to put a seal on that trailer? Are they going to... Is the FBI going to notice that that semi left the building that Brian was last seen in? And is probably... It has to go to the border, right? So that the cars can then get snuck back through the tunnel. My brain's about to fucking melt, you guys. This shouldn't work, right? I'm just saying, one of their agents is going into this, and they should be able to be like, we should either raid this building immediately, or be like, a big semi just left this random warehouse. An auto carrier semi. That's a bit odd. Evidence. Yeah, that's pretty, yeah, that's awkward. So, I used to date your sister, and, I got your ex-wife who is dead on speed dial. Why is he rescuing her? Like, realistically, why is he rescuing her? Jesus. The hell of a fucking engine bay.
Everyone's looking for you.
I'm right here.
Well, everyone's looking for you. Okay, where are we looking? Definitely not his house.
Hit that throttle.
You're a real help, Brian. Hit the throttle, and you've f***ed off to go f*** my sister. Great. Awesome. Not again. Hey, sis, what's wrong with your hair? For the look on her face, it's like, I feel much better.